सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hey, hello everyone, coming to you from Mayapur, India. I am in this beautiful spiritual place. For those of you who do not know where Mayapur is, I'll put it in the show notes. I would say it is the Vatican for devotees. For Bhakti yogis, this is the Vatican. It's where the largest Vedic temple is in the world. And there's a very large community here. I actually don't know how many people live here, but enough people to, yeah, it's amazing. And I'm here and I'm doing my bare knuckle Bhakti Shorties from here. If the sound quality is not great, I apologize. I didn't take my microphone equipment. It just weighs too much everything. So I will continue without my microphone for the next probably 2 or 3 Mondays. So I say here, I'm in this beautiful spiritual place, and would love to tell you guys that everything is perfect, and I'm feeling every fiber of my being connecting to Krishna, to God, to my higher power. But I can't say that. I can't say that. I've been through so much since I've been here. It's only been a week. And I'll get to the point here. If we don't clean house, and this is the most important thing that I've learned this last week, which I know, but I've been confronted with it. If my house isn't clean, my emotional house isn't clean, if I have not cleared the wreckage of my past, and if I have not stood up and taken full responsibility for things that happened in my life, and make my amends. So we're talking about a 4th, 5th, an 8th, and 9th step. Those steps are so important. And the 10th, to take that daily maintenance, the daily inventory, that we could become, cleaner so that we can practice the 11th step. And then the 12th step where we practice these principles in all of our affairs. So I'm here and I'm, trying to channel myself into a deeper spiritual understanding of God, to a deeper wisdom. And I'm blocked because there's something in the wreckage of my past that I hadn't properly dealt with. And it came up in the hugest way. Super uncomfortable, and lots of trauma coming back up again. And my mind is so disturbed that I'm doing pretty well, I have to say. But I'm not like, okay, let's put things in perspective. I mean, just 20 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have probably fallen apart at what's going on. At least I have my foundation. I have my 12-step foundation, my spiritual foundation. However, I have to clean up something in the wreckage of my past. I cannot recommend it more. Half measures avail us nothing. We stood at the turning point. And I've got 27 years clean. Shoot. I mean, and there's still things just sneaking right up and biting me in the ass. Still. And then, I surprised myself. I'm in this beautiful apartment, in this beautiful spiritual place. And I find myself having a total fit on the telephone, screaming, cursing, jumping up and down. And it set me back. It was like a huge slap in the face, and I felt horrible afterwards. Not because, look, it's not because I didn't feel horrible because I have feelings. I felt horrible because the feelings that I had, they're also valid, but just the way I acted on it, it was extremely immature. It was extremely emotional and extremely uncontrolled. Now, I haven't had something like that in a very, very long time. I don't think anything that would happen now would bring me to that. It's the stuff in the past that I hadn't dealt with. And I am not beating myself up about it and saying, you see, you didn't do a proper 4-step, or you didn't do a proper 5th step, or you didn't do a proper 8th and 9th step. I did the steps to the best of my ability. And I will say this with 27 years sober, that there are layers. There are so many things that I could not deal with in my recovery, as far as codependency issues, trauma issues, adult children of dysfunctional family issues, all of those things. I have to work the program on that too. I have to work the program in every little nook and cranny in my life. If I don't do it, this is what happens. The thing is, I know for a fact that the first 10 years of my sobriety was just about survival. I wasn't even, forget about it. I wasn't even going to go there with like my parents and all that stuff. Like that was not on my, it was I did a very simple, I led a very simple program. I lived a very simple program. I just went to meetings. I did my step work, and I dealt with what was there, but the more mature we are, and the more I got into the program and practiced the program, and the more I got into spirituality, and the more I got into Bhakti, and the more these layers just keep, they deepen and deepen. My understanding deepens. So this is not about taking the whip out and whipping myself. This is about asking myself, is there something else that I can work on that I do know, but I'm burying it because I don't feel like doing it? This is something I can say yes. In this instance, I can definitely say that there are things, the issues that are popping up now for me. These things I could have handled well when it happened in the past. I couldn't have handled it any differently. But I could have handled my reaction to it now very differently. So it's always an inside job. I have to say it's an inside job. It's just an inside job. This place is wonderful, but this place is not going to make me spiritual. I can walk here, but it's me that's walking. I have to be open. I have to be clean. I have to do the work. And of course, I get lots and lots of energy here, and good energy, and it supports that. But I can't just sit back here and be like, all right, take it away from me. It doesn't work like that. There are just certain things that I wish it did, man. A softer, easier way, man, sign me up. I'll do it. And if anyone knows if there's an easier way, please let me know. Love to, I would love. I don't know. It's just a joke. Yeah, so that's my shorty today. And I don't even know how long I was talking. Let me put these glasses on. and see. I can't even see that. So, I'm just grateful that I can share my thoughts. I'm sitting here on this balcony. It's totally quiet. You could probably, it's peaceful. And I'm in India. And I'm just able to share this with a whole bunch of people that I probably haven't even met before. And why am I doing this? Well, first of all, it's really good for my sobriety, my emotional sobriety, my spiritual sobriety, and everything else. And second of all, I'm really hoping that someone can relate to that and use my experience, strength, and hope to better their own lives. That's just kind of how it works. That's how it worked for me. So you guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Remember, Thursdays are the longer ones with interviews with all different kinds of devotees or aspiring devotees, people in the 12-step program, work in their program. So I love y'all, and I'll talk soon. Bye. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.